What type of problems do you think arise within your business?
Someone can come in and have a party in the service accommodation.
I'm sure a lot of people have had the similar situation, and you learn the hard way sometimes.
Yeah. How do we stop this from ever happening again?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. You mentioned something earlier, and you said you are the problem solver, right?
Yes.
So, can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Wow, that's a very good way of asking. So I think with problem solving, I feel that that element to me means that if there's a problem in terms of, I don't know, that could be maybe this landlord has just got this property, or maybe there's a person out there that's just wanting to understand a bit more about something because they wanted to grow themselves. I feel that I could be that person to solve that problem because of my experiences. I'm a very positive person, very outgoing. I'm very much into self-development and mindset, and I feel that takes me a very long way to help in the way I approach a situation and the way I reflect on it, and then the way I kind of then tackle at that task. And it could be anything, doesn't have to be property related, but because that's where we're at, we always try to analyze it. And I always think, right, okay, I'm looking at the problem, but I'm thinking about all the solutions within that problem, all the things that might pop up that I can then close in on, so that there's no really need to,
Yeah.
because I think the main issue around that is that when there's a problem, people focus on the problem and then they're panicking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, instead of actually just taking a minute, breathing and just thinking, right, what is the actual problem and what opportunity can I get from this? Because there's always an opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe.
Beautiful. So in terms of problems, what type of problems do you think arise within your business?
So a problem, for example, great one, direct from experience, right? So someone can come in and have a party in the service accommodation, right?
Okay.
Right. So the non-men have parties.
Have what?
A party. So,
Oh,
yeah. So it's meant to be
yes.
two. It's meant to be two people that come in, but then they bring in a whole bunch of people. Say it's like 20 of them, right?
Before you know it, it's chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. And then they cause a problem with the whole block, right? Then it brings other problems. So it's like, okay, that's a problem that's popped up, right? So, that's why it's important to have security, someone there that can actually go and kick them out. And then that's why it's then important to be like, okay, well, how do we stop this from ever happening again?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So what do? You make sure that they get the correct security checks. We take their ID. Also, there's a camera there, so we make sure that we see like who's actually going in. We make sure that we vet them. Make sure like why are you actually coming to the property, and then a great easy thing, take off the one night stays. Right, just take off the one night stays because like most time, if someone's looking for a one night on a weekend,
You know where
Most
that's
time-
going.
Yeah.
they're doing it to party.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there can be people that don't do it to party. That's why it's very important to vet them. But again, like if you just want to remove the headache fully, just take off the one night stays. If you really want to open yourself up to that market and make sure that you're fully on it, then keep it open, but just vet very maliciously, sort of, and then make sure you got very good eyes on what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the problem. That's the solution. Then boom.
I think it's important. And what you have just mentioned is, I'm sure a lot of people have had the similar situation, and you learn the hard way sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very
Tell
true.
me how I know.
Honestly.
Honestly, I've had situations like that, but I'm happy that, we can tackle them. And I like what you said, like having those cameras in place and vetting them, making sure you have IDs. I've had a situation where a guest refused to give me their IDs, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's a red flag already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Thinking, well, it's a no-go, then you're not staying.
yeah, I'm not giving you the code. You're not going in. Like, you're not sending me the code. And funny enough, like, just because I said that, they're like, oh, yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
then
This is it.
makes you think and
Yeah.
just gives you questions in your head.
Why did they stop? But,
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, sometimes when that happens, it's like it's also like still digging in and just like because like there needs to be some form of okay, I've done all my due diligence,
Yep.
completed the steps, and now okay, I can say that I've done my part. So if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
I can say I've done my part. But if it goes wrong, then bam, I know to do this next time. If someone says, "Oh, I am not giving my ID," I'm not dealing with you, mate.
Yeah, simple.
But,
Yeah.
Exactly.
You received an email, you agree to it, you know it's already in there, extra documents are required, it's there before you booked. So
Exactly.
you could have reached out and asked the question, what extra documents do you need from me?
Yeah,
Exactly.
literally.
That's
This
all.
way.
That's all they needed. And if there was a conflict of interest there, then there's obviously a deeper reason that we don't quite know. But we always like to get down to the bottom of everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like trying to unfold everything so we can fully evaluate and grasp the situation so that we can do our best to ensure that it's dealt with in the right way.
Yeah.
And that's the best way, I would say. We kind of do the problem solving by really digging so deep into it that there's nothing left you can kind of dig out of it, sort of
Yeah.
thing. But
Yeah, it's like when talking about it as well, it's like I like it because obviously you got a lot of good people in the world, right? So you would like to think, oh, everybody's going to be a good person. They're going to come and they're going to enjoy the place and they're going to be fine, right? But
Because that's
you
who you
also-
are. You see people the way you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Because
that's-
you're a good person, you think that everyone who's coming is
Yeah.
just like you.
so that's the
But
thing. Not everybody's good, you know. So it's like,
not
okay,
the
how
case.
do we stop it? But yeah, it's it's important to just continue going forward.
do you know what I've done as well? I've also, I don't know if you have used this before, but also maybe our audience can learn from this. I've also built a relationship with the neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had
we've done
actually
that
with
as
my
well,
old
yeah.
essays, and one of them used to take the bins out
Yeah.
for me when I was like at work at my other job. I used to come back and, oh, is she taking the bin out? I said, oh, that's lovely of her.
Ah, yeah, because imagine the guest who's coming, you're probably never going to see them again, right? But the neighbors are always going to be there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that is
They're always
true.
going to
They're
stay.
a good lookout.
Yeah.
So building that relationship, making sure that they actually know what you're doing is not going to have questions into their head because you're clear from the beginning.
Yes.
Number
true.
two, they will keep an eye on your property. If there is something wrong, they will inform you.
Definitely.
And number three, they are not going to be upset with you and that relationship is not going to be broken. Because it's very, very important to build that relationship.
Definitely. I would agree with that. I think
That is
building
true.
relationship is so important. I think
Yeah.
because that's what we did with the Cheltenham one, didn't we? We built the relationship up with them, and they're very, very supportive. Always kind of, if there's something that they've got an issue with, then they'll be like, I think you guys should know about this.
Yeah.
And we do appreciate it because we're very busy. There's a lot going on, and we always want to make sure we can keep our eyes on the ball of everything, which we do our best at. Obviously, there's everything we can't be in everywhere at once. So it's really, really thankful that we've got them to kind of do that.
Well, thank you so much because I'm literally enjoying this conversation. I'm loving it. It's one of my favorite topics. I want to thank you for tuning in and liking and being so engaging. I'm loving the love and the support you're showing me every single episode. If you have any questions, make sure you follow us on all our social media and leave all your comments and your burning questions in the comment section down below. If you're listening to us through the audio platforms, Spotify, iTunes, or if you're watching us on YouTube, do not forget to give us a subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to the Diaries of Success. I was your host, Hajar Beyaz. Until the next episode, do not forget to live your best life.